Hello, I'm going to be picking up your replay. So, you're Ezreal. It looks like you're against a Pantheon mid lane. So, right off the gate, you want to basically develop your plan for the game and like how you're gonna play out the game, how it's gonna go. And basically, people refer to this as game plan or win conditions. Usually, win conditions. So first thing you want to do is you want to look at the top lane and see if they win 2v2 jungle matchup, and for 2v2 jungle matchup for the solo lanes, and then 3v3 for the bot lane, and see who theoretically should have the advantage in the early game. So if you look at top lane, I'm pretty sure Vladimir has the advantage. He's range versus Irelia, who's melee. So he definitely has the advantage there. He can just go for short trades and out-trade her like that, and he's got a bunch of sustain. So he's probably gonna have the advantage early on, and he's probably gonna be pushing her in because you're in silver too. So people just kind of auto push the lane and not really think about where they actually want the lane. So he's probably gonna be pushing her in, and pretty sure Amumu just sucks. Like Amumu just sucks early game. He can't really fight anybody. He's not a duelist. Right, he's a team fight. He wants to get those 5-man ults off, so he doesn't really do well early game. So what you guys can do with your jungler, right, with your Kayn, you can get pressure on the Pantheon, because you can probably, poke him a little bit. You have range versus melee advantage, so that's pretty good. And he doesn't have any escapes. He's really immobile, so just hold the lane on your side of the map and call for jungle ganks, and this guy's just gonna die really, really easily. And on top of that, he went Dark Harvest, so he's not even gonna have that much early game power compared to if he went Electrocute or something. I think he should have gone Electrocute or Aftershock if he wanted, but Aftershock's more for the tanky Pantheon. He obviously doesn't want to do that because he's going Pantheon mid lane. Let's see if it actually is Pantheon. Might be Viger. Oh, they're invading. Okay. See, this is really, really bad, your position. Oh, and by the way, the bot lane, our bot lane wins. Because Sivir is kind of weak early, all she does is clear waves. And then Vigar is also weak early game, because he only stuns for like a second and a half. That's not even that big of a deal. And Kallista's really good early, and with Nautilus too, that's like exceptionally good. That's what you want with Kallista. So Kallista Nautilus should have advantage here. So you guys actually see this. I don't know if this is your word. This is Kallista's word. Okay. This is your word. Okay, good. So you didn't really step up. If this wasn't worded, it'd be really, really bad. Because they could just come in here without any sort of vision at all. So, normally in your games, you want to be standing here. If somebody isn't standing here, ideally your bot lane should be, somebody should be standing in this bush here. And then you should be standing about in this pocket right here, so that you can see for invades. Even really like back here is a little bit safer if they have something like a Morgana, like they have the Vigar, right? It's a long range stun. He can just trap you. Banish toss from Amumu. Pantheon can W you. And if Irelia is here, she can scale E, which she's not, but she could do that, right? So you have to watch out for those long range CCs. And then if they do have long range CCs, you play further back, like around here. If they don't, you can play up here. It's probably best to just stay back a little bit. And this is just to prevent an invade. If people are here, what you can do is you can go up here. You can stand right here, because they might look to go take the blue buff, right? They might look to take the blue buff. So you could do that if there's already people standing there. But you should be standing here anyways, even though you guys do have wards. Like probably here. Because you got your Kane, you got your Vlad over here. Their wards are so dumb. Uh 25 minutes. Okay. Yeah, you don't even want to do this. You don't even want to do this because you're not really getting anything out of this, but whereas if you go mid lane, you know Panth's over here, right? Like Pantheon is in this group of 4 people here. We know Irelia not there because we saw her up here. So what you could do is actually just go mid lane and start getting the push in already and start to get level 2 before the other guy. Your level 2 is not that strong, but his is really strong. So it's just really good to get the push in. You get level 2 before him, you're going to get level 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to get level 6. Which is strong because you have a combat ultimate and he doesn't actually have a combat ultimate. Like he does, but he's just going to use it to go to other lanes. He's not going to use it to get to his lane, and you can just jump out of it easily because you're Ezreal. However, I don't like this ignite. I don't think you should really be in range to even be using it. You probably want to go something like a barrier. Okay, you missed Sarisa, yes, that's pretty bad. Could have already been pushing this. Okay. Did you see that? You see him path up here? You just barely saw that, right? You need to walk up here. You need to walk up here, give him an auto attack and the Q. Like just walk like this. Walk like this and then auto attack him, break his shield, and then Q through the minions right here, and then just walk back. We just walk back. These minions are gonna go on you, but he's not in range to actually retaliate right now. And if he does, you have way more creeps than him because you're here before he is. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 melees. He has 3, and 3 casters, and he has 3 casters. So you're just gonna win out on this, I think. You're just gonna win out, I think, because he's already chunked a little bit too. So if he actually goes for an extended trade and continues to fight you, you just kite back into your minion wave over here, and you're just gonna win because he's already at a huge disadvantage. Look at this, he's already chunked 140 HP. Like he can't win anything. He can't do anything right now. He can throw a key to you, that's it. But he should never be able to auto attack you, that's for sure. Unless he starts W, which he actually did because of the invade. So this is even better for you to actually do something. I think this is really worth it, going for this. This is like good at diff. This is gonna just put you so far ahead in the lane right here if you do that. But you don't do that. You're respecting him too much. Not only right here, you're respecting him too much. Right? Not only right here, like why are you back here, right? You don't need to be all the way here. You should be up here. Hit him, right? Be aggressive, you're gonna win. You know, utilize your range versus melee. You're not utilizing the range at all. Like, it's instantly obvious to me you're not utilizing the range. Right, what are you walking back for? You keep doing this. You keep doing this in an advantageous matchup. And like this, you walk back like he's gonna do something. Like his threat range right now is like this. This is his ability range. Right? But this would be yours. Like you could Q him from here. Right? Or you could just walk up and auto. Like he can't trade on you because if you walk up and auto, you're not going to take any minion damage because you're going to take what? This one? Right? You're going to take what? This one? Like that doesn't matter. Like it's a melee creep. That does nothing to you. It's these ones that you need to worry about, but you're too far away. Whereas he's actually inside your minion wave, so if he trades back, he's going to take this. That's so much damage. That's an extra, at least 100 damage. At least. At the very least, he's going to take 100 damage just for auto-attacking you back. Or Qing you back. Or Wing you back. If he does anything right now, anything except for starting E, and hitting you with E, he just loses. He loses so hard. Like this so ridiculous that you're this far back. You shouldn't be worried about a gank. I don't know why you're not worried. I don't know if you're worried about a gank. See, you're so far back again. You have so many minions up here. What are you doing? You should ward. Okay, that's a bad ward. So the reason why we don't want to ward here is because we're not using half the vision first off. Right, look at this. Right, we already have the vision here. We already got this. This is good. So we want to utilize the ward to get vision up here. Like we want to use it to get vision like over here if we can. Right, because there's a circle radius for your ward. Like say your ward is like right here. Right, this would be, the radius would be around here. You'd be using the entire thing. Or if you put it further up, you have the time to actually put it further up. But I think you should be prioritizing hitting him a little bit more. Rather than actually warding right now. You're probably not going to get ganked by a level 2 Amumu who invaded, right? He's a little bit low from the invade. He's probably not going to gank you at level 2. He's not like a Lee Sin. He's not going to do that. And even if he does, like he's just wasting his time, right? Because you skill E, right? Yes, you skill E. So he bandage tosses you, you just jump away. That's it. Or you just walk away, right? He can't chase you. Right? It's not the greatest time to ward. It's a good habit though. 230 ward. That's okay, but you're not actually really doing much with the ward. Like, do you see this actual time you have to react? Like the time it takes from him to go from here to into the bush, right? It's pretty much the time you have to react. Because if you react, if you suddenly see him when he's in the bush, you're probably already gonna get hit by his skew or whatever, anyways. And if you put it up more, like if you put it up here, you're gonna get vision over here. You're gonna get vision over here, and you're covering more angles. You're covering him coming from river, coming from there, coming from here, and also, I think you should ward on the other side because we know he invaded and took your red buff. So why the fuck are you warding over here? We know he's gonna do your red buff. Probably path back to his blue, do Gromp, do wolves, or do wolves and then reds and just leave Gromp. Right? So we can ward a little bit later. Because we know he's gonna do that, right? Or he's gonna take your whole bot side, recall, do his jungle camp, starting with blue buff, because he really needs blue buff. Otherwise he runs out of mana. He could probably do your red, your raptors, and then recall. Or your red and then your Krugs and then recall. Or all three and then just recall. Which would be kinda weird because you'd have to like do Krugs and then red and then raptors, which would be super strange. And he might be overstaying because Kane might actually be back, right? Because Kane's gonna do the same thing. So I really don't like the word placement here, and I really don't like the side that you've chosen to actually word. It's a really bad word. I did not like that word. Yeah. So if you notice the minions here, this is what we call an even minion rule. When the minions are on his side of the map, right, just frozen outside of his turret, and there's an even amount of types of minions, right? 3 casters to his 3 casters. It's always going to be pushing towards you, right? It's gonna go like this. It's gonna push to you. Very slowly it's gonna push to you. So this is actually pretty good for you. Oops. See, you can just break a shield. You're not breaking a shield. This is something you need to do against Pantheon, Malzahar, Yasuo. You need to break the shield a lot, so that when you actually do some damage to them, you're not just breaking their shield with an ability and wasting your mana, right? Like what happens if you use Q on his shield? It's just going to be wasting mana. So just use an auto attack. That was really bad. Like, you don't need E there. Actually, you do, because he hit 3. Let's see. Did he hit 3 when he went on you? Let's see. So you didn't break it here. Here, it's really safe to break it. You actually hit 3 though, so you actually need to respect that. Yeah, but you don't respect it. Yeah, he hit 3, just jumps on you because he's 3 and you're 2. Whenever you have a level disadvantage like this, it's really bad, especially in the early levels because he gets an extra ability over you, right? A level advantage is something like 600, 700 gold or something. I'm not too sure. Like, depends on the levels, obviously. Obviously, level 5 to 4 is not as good as like 2 to 1, right? Because he gets an extra ability, but it's still it's pretty huge. And considering all 3 of his abilities actually do damage, it's pretty bad. His W does damage, and it refreshes his passive. You know, he shouldn't even be playing like that. He should let you break his shield, and then he should W you. No. And he got shafted. Don't respect the level 3. I want to see, why did this happen? Why did he hit 3 before you? You're just letting him farm, aren't you? Let me see. You're not clearing this. There you go. You're not hitting these. You're not hitting these. You see, you guys are about even right now. Actually, yeah, you guys are exactly even right now. You know he's hitting 3. He's hitting 3 off of this CS. So, and look at the ones you've been hitting, right? You've been hitting these casters, and you didn't actually end up finishing them off. And this one's gonna die, right? This one's okay. See, so this one's gonna die. He hits 3. Here's 3. You walk up. He didn't even go on you. He didn't even walk up. He's dumb, right? He walks back, but then you walk back into him, and he's like, "Oh, sure, I'll take this dice straight here." He didn't even relief. Q during his combo, and as a result, takes some minion damage. But it doesn't matter because he's level 3 or 2. Actually, you went even. You actually went even. Yeah, you just barely went even. Actually, that was pretty lucky. That should have been cleaner though from him, right? Right. Why aren't you scaling Q here? Let me see, what do you scale? You should ping Mia. Ping Mia. That was very slow. And you want to ping, like, you only ping Mia here, right? Which is, it's good, right? But you're really late. If he's missing for like 2 seconds, I just ping. Like, I ping you, and we see him over here, right? We see him path up here, so he's gonna go top. Because he probably sees Kane, right? So, see, here he is. Right? Just because you're 2 seconds late, he's already here. You just ping. You pinged, and he was like right here. He was like right here by the time you ping. And they might not see your ping. They might, because they might be too preoccupied with the Irelia, right? They might be preoccupied. So what you got to do, ping your lane a few times, and ping the laners that you think they're gonna gank. Right? You look at top lane. Okay, they're looking for a dive. He's probably going top lane. Right? You look at bot lane. He can't really do anything to bot lane. Right, they're pretty far back right here, but they might step up. So I would ping actually both lanes. But since we saw him path top, we know he's going top lane. So you can just ping this Vlad and ping this Kane. But it's really late. You only use 1 ping, which is just terrible. So now he's top lane. Okay, nothing actually happens out of that. Why aren't you pushing? Okay, you scaled W. That's terrible. I want to see when you scaled it though. Did you scale it at 3 or 4? Yeah, you scaled it at 3. So you don't want to scale W mainly because it does nothing, right? You're not actually going to use the attack speed right now. You're not going to use that right now. It's only 20%. You're not using it, and it's a lot of mana. It's only actually 50 rank 1 isn't that bad, but you might as well just grab a Q so you can push this lane out faster, right? as soon as he's missing in the lane, like as soon as you've established like okay he's missing, there's a few things he'd probably be doing. One is recalling. Two is getting blue buff, but he wouldn't be getting blue buff because it's 355, right? And you don't have an Ivern, so he wouldn't be doing that. And why would he recall level 3, right? That's really random. But what silver players like to do sometimes is they just roam at like early levels when they shouldn't even be roaming. You know, so it's likely the roam or it's he's recalling. But we saw him path over here, so he's probably going top. Right? Why would he recall at this point? Right, so like look at W, it's just sitting there. It's doing nothing for you. Push this. You've got to push this, man. You've got to push this. See, you're not autoing. You're just there's a dead time where you're not doing anything. And when you're pushing, you gotta clear the casters first because they do the most damage to your minions. Therefore, your minions will be alive longer. Therefore, they're gonna be doing more damage to his minions. So you're gonna clear it a little bit quicker. It's too late. He didn't push it fast enough. Now he's gonna freeze it. Yep. You have to just hard push because it's gonna freeze. Yeah. When there's time like this where you're just looking to get the last hit and you have an auto attack up, you can hit one with full HP and then go back to the one that's low. Okay, that was bad. Recall. 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 Where's your recall? Fuck! Oh boy. No, you gotta recall. You gotta see that W? Look, you're out of mana now. You see? That W? You're out of mana. What are you gonna do? You can't get away. Oh my god. You're actually 5 to his 4. I would have thought that. An argument could be said that Amumu's here though. But you see him bot lane, right? You see him bot lane, so when he jumps on you here, like this is why you're okay to be up this far, actually. See this, right? He jumps on you, dude. He didn't even get W. He didn't even get passive, so you can actually Q him, right? You're level 5 to his 4. You still have some Qs in you. You can Q a few times. You don't need to E out, right? You don't have any. There's no threat. He can't kill you. He can't 100 to 0 you. This guy doesn't. Look at this guy. He's got a sapphire crystal, man. What's he gonna do? What the fuck's he gonna do? This guy's got no damage. He went top lane, completely ruined the top lane. Like he did nothing top lane. This is like 10 CS mid lane. And now he's a level behind. And when he jumps on you, you back away? Like, really? You shouldn't do that. Use your advantage, man. You're 5 to his 4. Like, let's go. You're not using your range advantage. And the wards are terrible, but that's something I see a lot, so. That's just really bad, though. Yeah, you're auto pushing. I don't know why. You're probably looking to recall. Get your sheet, yep. Okay. Okay. And also another thing is you have Kleptomancy, right? But you just don't run Klepto if you're not gonna fucking auto attack. Like you gotta be autoing here to use it, right? You gotta be hitting him. You have to be hitting him with Qs. You have to be hitting him with auto attacks. Like you gotta use it. You've gotta use your Klepto. But so far you haven't actually used it that much. I'm actually surprised you've gotten a few things from it. Again, Yubako, you're level 6 to his 5. Just kill this guy. Oh my goodness. Man. You're out of mana though, because you started W and spammed it too much. I don't even think there's any point if playing mid Ezreal, especially. to even take W until like level 5. Even later would actually be, I think, acceptable. Because what's the point? What's the point of taking W? You're blowing through your mana bar. You're consistently pushing, but you can't actually push. I would clear these, like clear these 3 melee minions, so it'll just push into him. Push on tower. Let's see what you do here. Other thing what you could do is you can just ultimate it. Right? You can just ult waves because you come back, you start spamming Q on the waves, and it'll be back up before you know it. Okay, auto Q. What are you doing? Auto Q and leave. Like, why are you waiting? Why are you trying to freeze? He's gonna freeze. Right? You don't get this over here. If this doesn't reach here, you're fucked. Like, you're totally screwed if this doesn't reach over here. Because he sits here, freezes it outside, Mumu comes to gank, waits for your E, Qs you, you just die. Right? Or you have to flash. Probably will have to flash. Like, you don't want this. You want it. You want it like somewhere over here in the middle. Or even closer to your tower. So you start using this advantage of yours. Right? Use the range versus melee advantage. Right? Pummel this guy. Like, you're not doing anything. You've handed him the lane. Handed him just free farming. See, now he can't. Now he gets this. Now this happens. Now this is over. You're screwed. I'm surprised the Mumu's not done anything. He's actually level 4 somehow. Like, just hit him, this guy. Like, look at this. You don't even care. Like, you throw the W. What the hell was that? Oh my god, you did 50 damage for 50 mana. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think it's worth scaling W. Holy moly. I really don't like it when people scale W on Ezreal. It's so bad. It's like maxing it second too, when you're not getting anything out of it. Okay, recall. Perfect time to recall. Absolutely great time to recall here. Right? Because it's gonna push to you. Because this has been damaged a little bit. This one has been damaged a little bit too. But it's just frozen like right here, so it's gonna slow push to you. So you can recall. He has to hard shot this. Otherwise, you're end up gonna get the freeze. And that's what's gonna happen. Look, you're overstaying. You're overstaying. Yeah, 2,000 gold. You're overstaying. You're not recalling for your item power spikes. You should have recalled for Sheen. You should have recalled for Sheen. Refillable. Control ward. Maybe some boots, right? Or like, usually you would just recall for like I guess if you're going the tier route, you know, you would go for the tier into Sheen, which right now you almost have, but you want to get tier pretty quickly so you can start stacking it up, especially with your Q. Ezreal stacks it really quickly. You just can't push because you're out of mana. You had the perfect spot right there. You finally had a good spot. Well, actually, you had a few good spots, but like look at this. You can't do anything. See, you have to play so far back. You can't even play this up. You can't even play this up because we don't know where Amumu is. Right? He can gank you. You're out of mana. What are you gonna do? You need to flash. Right? You've got to flash away. If he just jumps on you one time, what's gonna happen? Right? You can't do anything. If you choose to use E, which you can't actually use right now, but once you get the mana, right? Like you can't do anything. Once Pantheon jumps on you, if you don't have mana, you're not gonna be able to fight back. That's the first time in 5 minutes I've seen you auto him. God bless. But it doesn't matter now because you've just given up all the lane pressure you can. You've been giving up an entire lane pressure. I think you should have gotten minion dematerializer too. That'd be really good. Because you're going inspiration, right? This is the inspiration tree, I think. Yeah, this is the inspiration tree. Why didn't you go minion dematerializer? What the hell are you? What are you taking? I wish I could see what you're taking. You still refuse to recall. This is unreal. You have tier and Sheen. This is like This is an amazing power spike you're getting here. Again, you use W for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. See, what happens if you ganked right here? Right, Muma's finally 6. I wouldn't be surprised if the Muma was right there. You can't play like this. You can't play up like this. We have no vision. No knowledge of the Muma. You throw your W again, now you're completely out of mana. Yep, now you're dead. If he was actually good and hit his shit, yeah, he could have probably killed you. Let's see. So you're out of mana, Qs you. So he jumps in, auto Qs. So Qs, and then looks for the E. He should have just Q and then E right away. I think he would have killed you. That was bad. Where the hell's he going? Oh, there you go. You're dead. That probably didn't need to happen if he was a better player, but you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, he's screwed. Hey, look, there's a Moo. He joined the party. Oh, he should have been ulted right away. Wow. That's okay. Questionable. So, yeah, that's why you lost. Oh, you went. Okay, you're going for Mana Rush. That's weird. That's really weird. They're mostly physical damage. And you can kite all of them if you just get Iceborne. You can kite all of them. Give your team some actual CC. Oh, you just straight up bought Mana, okay. Never mind. This is fine. Just because you can straight up buy Mana, that's good. That's good. Just because you could straight up buy it, it was okay. Obviously a better power spike if you could just downright finish the entire item. I assume you went Futures Market, which is actually a quite a good rune, but I think Minion Dematerializer is a little better here. Just because Ezreal lacks wave clear without actually having the ultimate. Right? He can't really wave clear. His W doesn't hit any minions. You know, you're not going to use E for wave clear, and if you are, that's really dumb. Right? You can't really wave clear, even against Pantheon. Okay. Okay. You're so far back in the lane. It's really, really dumb. I don't like it at all. Another W, just eating away at your mana bar. Just eating away. I don't know why you're this back. Oh, you don't have flash, so you have to respect the Moo. And what you could do though is when you're playing, whatever side you decide to ward, it should be what you think the jungler is gonna be, or where your jungler is. Like whatever side he is. If you don't know where Moo is, then just ward on the side of your jungler, so that if he ganks from the side that's unwarded, right? So you don't have this warded. Say Kane was top side, right? Amumu ganks from here. You're already hugging this portion of the map, right? You're already hugging this side, so that when he comes in, you just walk to your jungler, and then you turn it around, right? Because as we talked about in the beginning, you win the 2v2, right? You with Kane, right? Kane is very strong early game, right? And you have low cooldown Q and ultimate. You can hit both of them. And you can give Kane some attack speed, and you're pretty safe, so they're not going to kill you. And they're not going to kill Kane either, because he has ultimate. Right, and Amumu very weak early. Pantheon is strong early, but Amumu is just so weak that nothing's probably going to happen unless he gets a double mana ultimate, which shouldn't happen, because you're really far range, so you shouldn't be in his range, really. That's all. You shouldn't really be in his range. So you go over here, move his top lane. You could maybe look to alt top when they're fighting, or you could just go up here. I think it's worth actually maybe walking up here, but you are Ezreal, so he's not really good. He's not really good at actually roaming, so... Wow, Vlad actually played that really well. He probably could have killed Aurelia if he played it better, but... Okay, ping, ping, ping. I hope those were your pings, man. That was your pings, good job. That's the types of pings I like to see. Alright, push, 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 push. Right, he's not in lane, we're gonna push. Right, anytime he's not in lane, we're gonna push. And we know Mumu's up top, so we're good. This needs to be done quicker. And what you could do, while you're hitting this turret, right? You could W E, like you could W, and then just use your shift to go right into your W and give yourself some attack speed. And also, I don't know if like this camp is obviously not up, but assume we think it might be up, right? We have the icon on the minimap. You can just queue this for some attack speed and walk up, so when the minion wave comes in, you can queue that for some attack speed as well. Right? You're not queuing it. As soon as this comes in, I would queue it. I would actually ult the wave here to clear it out, and so we can take this tower. Ult the wave. Ult the wave. Ult the wave. Ult the wave. Ult the wave! What are you doing? You can take this. This is first brick. This is a free first brick, because Pantheon's brain dead. You're probably going to get it anyway. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's finally here, but this should have been taken. If you used everything that I said, you probably would take this. You probably would take this and increase the tempo of the game substantially. Because then you could go to other lanes, or you could tell a bot lane to come mid lane, and then you go bot lane. Or like bot lane goes top lane, and you just stay mid, something like that. Or you go bot goes top, Vlad goes mid. And you guys can look for like vision, right? You can put down some deep vision, right? Everywhere in his jungle, because you have mid, right? Like what happens to the map when you okay, let me get a different one. So what happens to the map when top lane gets taken? The vision would be like this. Right, the vision would be like that. Or if they take bot, if you guys take bottom lane, it would be like something like it'd be something like this. Right. Right, it's just a little bit of extra pressure basically. But what happens if you take mid lane? He's actually taking top lane right now, but we'll say he's not taking top lane. So what happens if he doesn't take top, and this mid is already down? What is it to the map? Look at this. You get the rad buff control, raptor control, you get wolf control, scuttle control, you get their blue buff control, and you get their crux. Right? Well, maybe you don't get the crux. You get like this. Because the bot lane is still there, right? So they can really punish you easily for going for a crux or whatever. Like, they probably won't, right? But you see how much it opens up the map for you? Like, that is how much it opens up. It opens up red buff, raptors, blue buff, dragon. Well, not really dragon. But wolf camp, right? It opens up a lot of the map. They have less to defend, but you guys can go for wards and things. And I notice you're an AD carry man who doesn't play Ezreal, so if you ever get mid, I would suggest like Annie. You know? And I know that probably sounds cliche, probably something you've heard before, but the reality is you don't play mid lane, so picking an easy mechanical champion is really gonna help you out wonders, because you don't know mid lane, right? You know bot lane. You know the bot lane matchups, you don't know the mid lane matchups. But you should know range versus melee, because you're gonna be facing melee supports and super short range supports, right? Like a Braum. I don't know why you're not just ulting the wave to take tower here. It really kind of annoys me. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your game plan is. I feel like you probably went into this game not actually thinking about the matchup and not actually thinking about your advantages for the 2v2. And not actually thinking about like what do you have over this Pantheon, right? So we have wave clear, we can poke him out, we have auto attack range advantage, that's huge, right? So we can zone him off, right? We have that, we have zone potential, we have better poke, we're really safe, right? We've got the wave clear. It's trolling. Did you like? Yeah. Okay, that was bad. Yeah, that was really bad. Again, he failed to use his Q. He's maxing double. Oh my good lord. Oh, fresh lord, dude. Oh, God save me. I can't actually look at this. I can't actually look at that. He's actually maxing his W. Is he going AP? What the f... He is going AP! Huh? How are you losing? He's going AP! Dude, he's going AP. He's trolling. He's going AP. He probably should have killed you easily over here then. I can't believe he even got a kill on you if he's going AP. Oh my goodness. And you're sitting on 2,000 gold again. Like, just recall. Just freaking recall. And what are you doing? Like, just recall, man. Right? You can't walk back into him. You have 400 HP. He hasn't even used Ignite yet. And there's the Flash Q auto. I mean, he didn't even need Ignite. He just used it for good measure, right? Just to make sure he kills you. He shouldn't even be killing you. He's got AP, dude. Wow, man. I didn't even notice, but like, that's stupid. That's so stupid. I don't even get it, dude. Look at that. Look at what you got. You got boots. Tier 3 boots, by the way. Phase. Like, you have so much stats. You sit on gold for way too long, man. You sit on gold for way too long. You need to look for more opportunities to recall, and you need to manipulate the wave so that you actually can recall. So just push it in or leave it in a nice spot, right? Like, you can leave it right here if he recalls, and it's like around here, and you have like, say they have like one more caster than you. You can just leave it right here and recall, and it's gonna be here when you get back, and you're not gonna miss much. And he left as well, so like, you need to look for some more opportunities to recall. You haven't done anything this game. I don't know how you got 6 kills actually. I want to see the 6 kills. I want to go to the 6 kills. I want to see what you're doing in there. Okay, see. I don't like your E here, mainly because the Amumu still has ultimate. So you want to stay out of his range, and then when he blows his ultimate on your teammates, then you can E in, because nobody else is going to be able to do anything. See, there it is. And then now you can't do anything. Okay, you actually ult him and kill him. But that's because Viger didn't block. Holy moly, I want to see that damage. Can somebody clip this? Can somebody clip that? He actually made use of AP Pantheon. This guy deserves a medal. Oh my god. Oh my. Dude, that was nasty. Can somebody clip this? I mean, I'm clipping it, I guess. It's going on YouTube. Oh my god, dude. He was 3-0-2. Feels bad. You died to the AP Pantheon, man. Dies to the AP Pantheon just coming down and slapping him. Alright. You're pretty much just getting hard carried this game, it looks like. Your Kayn is ahead. Your Vlad actually knows what he's doing. And your bot lane won too, so... Yeah, like, you don't even need to do anything. You don't even need to make any plays. Which is nice. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting carried, right? Like, what a lot of people will do is they'll let their ego get in the way. Like, they'll let their ego get in the way and be like, no, I need to be the solo carry, so they'll keep trying to kill their opponent or something like that. You know, or doing some, like, stupid plays, right? Doing some, like, stupid engages and stuff that they don't need to be doing. So it's kind of nice you're not actually trying to do anything too nuts. To be fair, there's not much nutty stuff you can do on Ezreal. You just kind of kite people out. That's pretty much it. Although you can find good angles on him. There is some pretty sick outplays, but you ended 6-3 this game, right? I think you ended 6-3. I saw. Okay, you're just laning against him. At this point, I would go top lane. Right? At this point, I would go top lane. Because the only good thing about Ezreal is, well, I mean, I guess it's the same as AD carry Ezreal. Right? But you're really good at sieging, right? If you can go in, you guys can get ahead like you are. You can go in siege a turret. Right? Like this, for example, right? This would be sieging a turret if you would be here right now, right? You guys can wait for the mini wave to come in, clear theirs out before yours arrives, so that you have some time to hit the tower. Right? He's really good at doing that because not because he has long auto attack range or anything, but because his Q, he can poke people while they're farming. Right? Poke them while they're catching the wave. You could be poking her, or you guys can come mid lane. See, this is a perfect example of a siege right here. Right? You're sieging this tower. Now you're just diving because it's just him. Okay. Alright. See, this would be a siege now. I don't know why. What elo? Come on. They still haven't recalled. They're like tier 1 guys. We gotta get that turret. They gotta make themselves feel good because they're 2 and 4, right? Siver's 2 and 4, so he has to make himself feel good by taking the tier 1. He's like, I did it, guys. I got our only tower. You know, he's like, I don't deserve to lose this game because I got our only turret. And then he'll probably pull the good old, I did the most damage, too. He'll probably say he had the most gold, too. Their CS is terrible. Your CS isn't bad, but it could be improved. Alright. I would leave. I would just leave. What are you doing? Just leave. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, okay. You should just leave, right? You're outnumbered. Your team is actually taking something on the map while you're doing this, right? You guys got what you needed. You got 2 towers and an inhib, right? What do you need to do after that? Right? But you guys agreed, go for top lane, you know, try to get something here, but it's like why, right? We don't need to do this. Right? Like just play the game, like just reset. Like let's see how much gold. Like look at this. You guys are sitting on a 6,000 gold lead right now, actually unspent. So take this 10,000 gold to 4,000 gold lead. And if they're smart, they just take Baron actually. If they're smart. We'll see if they're smart. Maybe they're smart. Looks like they're smart. Good job. This is a perfect play, actually, sending Pantheon. Wait a minute. Oh dear God, they can't do it. Oh my goodness. They can't do it without Pantheon. Yeah, their team just doesn't do any damage to the Baron. Okay, that's why. Oh, where's the Baron? Here it is. There you go. This is why they lose the Baron, right here. Right here is why they lose the Baron. This Aurelia, right here, this is all of their damage, right? They don't have Pantheon. Amumu doesn't do damage to Baron. They have Sivir. She's not very good at taking Baron. Right, she's an 80k, but she's not very good at taking Baron. Aurelia could do damage to Baron. But he leaves, and now they lose it. That's so depressing. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she could have easily done 1,000 damage, and they would have just been able to leave. And Amumu actually got smite too, so you know, take smite into account. If she was there, they would have gotten up before Kayn has arrived. But they don't do that because they're dumb. And now you guys get there. Okay, I imagine you end it here. Let's see. Ah, this is too fast for my liking. Alright, let's see. So you're right here. So you E out. That was really good E. But then you walk back in. This is not good because you're in range of his ultimate. His team isn't really there to follow up. You don't want to get hit by it anyways. You don't need to get hit by it, really. But that was okay. You know, he was dead anyways. Okay, that was a questionable E forward. Because remember, you're Eing into 3 people. Right? You're Eing into their Sivir, their Veigar, who I don't think he's used Cage yet. And then their Aurelia just kills your Kalista. You totally should have helped with this. You didn't need to E back. You didn't need to E forward. I think you want to help your Kalista out. You might die here, let's see. Alright. You got a Quadra? What the heck? Alright, that gone wide. Okay, so you got a Quadra kill at the end. Penta? You got a Penta! Okay, you feed in the lane and then get a Penta kill later on because your team is carrying you. I love it! I love it! Best Penta ever! Totally. That was good. That was good, dude. Holy, you got a Penta. Alright, so main things I'm noticing is you have a failure to understand win conditions or a failure to actually try to implement them in your games. You might know what you need to do, but you might not actually be trying to do it in your games, and you have a failure to understand like basically all ranged versus melee matchups, and your warding was poor, right? I showed you the spots where you should be warding. So there was that. There was an opportunity where you could have went top lane, right, where the Vlad was 1v2ing there, Mumu and Aurelia, that you could have gone up there. To be honest, Pantheon would probably be up there before you because he's Pantheon. But I think it's worth going up there anyways because it's very clear that this guy was actually playing this pretty good. Right, he was winning his lane pretty well. He was playing really well. And you didn't go up there. That was an opportunity. You're not a very good scaling champ, and I think also you have a failure to understand how this champion actually plays, just in a game of League, right? Like it feels to me you don't really know what he's supposed to do, and you're kind of just trying to play the champ, you know, and you're just kind of going through, you know, and you probably haven't like looked at what people take, and you'll probably see they don't take Ignite. And well, I mean, they don't take Ezreal mid in the first place, but you know, Ignite's not terrible here because I guess you're against Pantheon, so you could probably use it because he's melee, right? So failure to understand the matchup, failure to understand win conditions, warding was improper. Your positioning in the lane was improper. You need to be hugging the side that you know the jungler is going to be on, right? Either your jungler or their jungler, you know, and ward it. Like if you're going to ward, you know, you're going to ward, you want to ward over here or over here. If you don't have time, you just ward like here, just right outside the bush, and that'll be okay. But you never want to ward inside the bush, and you've also never bought a control ward, which is very very weird. Controllers is very strong, right? And you wanna buy one or two every time you come back to lane, basically, if you have gold, right? If you've got a little bit of gold left over, always buy a control ward. Bot lane pretty much did what they were supposed to. Your Kayn did what he was supposed to, and your Vlad did what he was supposed to. They all did what they were supposed to, I think, except for you, basically. So you kind of just got hard carried and then magically got a pentakill at the end because Amumu doesn't know that he was alone in that fight. He doesn't know that kiting is a thing against Kalista Ezreal. He doesn't know that kiting is a thing. So you ended up picking out that pentakill, which was pretty nice. Aside from the Ian, that was pretty well played. I don't think the Ian was great. I think it would have been better if you didn't Ian. A little bit more safer if you didn't Ian, right? Because if you Ian against good players, you're just gonna take a bunch of damage, right? This Veigar might just stun you up. Fortunately for you, your Irelia decided to go for the Kalista instead of you. She could have just easily gone for you, right? But I think that's it. I think that's it. You got a few problems. You definitely have a few problems, but I'll outline them in the thing.